Good evening and welcome to Icu TV Main News. We take a look at the stories making headlines. Zambian Kwacha hits 2 years as the highest performing Africa currency. Sinda youth take on life after pregnancy fear. ECZ deploys voter education facilitators in Lusaka ahead of voter registration. In international news, at least 60 killed in drone strike in besieged Sudanese city. Sports news. Grand Ice strong finish as Chipolopolo targets second place against Niger. With the news details, my name is Chipolopolo. The Zambian Kwacha has strengthened to its highest level in nearly 2 years, currently trading at 22 kwacha 76 ngwe per US dollar. This represents a 0.7% gain with a year-to-date appreciation of 23%, making the Kwacha the best performing currency in Africa. Economists say the currency's strength is due to a combination of strong economic fundamentals, improved fiscal management, and increased foreign exchange inflows. The rise in the Kwacha is also expected to boost investor confidence and support Zambia's economy.
Zambia is witnessing a stronger Kwacha since February 2024. Now, this is not by accident. President Hakainde Hichilema has, he puts it, methodically laid a balanced environment where stability, reforms, and production matter. Now, take for example, the Kwacha rose 0.7% to 22 kwacha 76 ngwe per United States dollar, the highest rate since February 2024. Year to date, currency has climbed about 23%, making it one of Africa's top performers. On Saturday, 11th October 2025, Zanaco's exchange rate showed the Kwacha trading at 22 kwacha 54 ngwe buy and 22 kwacha 88 ngwe sell. Here are some of the forces behind the momentum. Let's take a look at them. Reforms and credibility. Government has restructured over 90% of external debt, easing fiscal pressure and restoring investor confidence. Okay? Policies resolved long-standing disputes in mining, energy, and taxation. New institutions such as the Minerals Regulations Commission, Appeals Tribunal, and reforms to the mining cadastral system are increasing clarity. Government of the Republic of Zambia is pushing local content rules to Zambians participate directly to supply chains, delivering business and jobs, mining investment, and global markets. Zambia is poised for the record copper output, backed by major projects from Barrick, First Quantum Minerals, and others. Global turmoil in mines elsewhere has squeezed supply, raising copper prices over 20% this year. Zambia is one of the few places where output is rising as demand goes up. Okay? Investors have committed roughly 10 billion United States dollars in new mining and related projects across copper, exploration, and value addition. Now, in Lusaka's mining and investment, Lusaka Insaka, the president announced new projects including the Mingomba mine, 2.3 billion United States dollars, and the Kitumba, approximately 700 million United States dollars, including power projects.
So this Insaka, Minister of Mines, colleagues, partners, we want it to also consider, and I guide, and I ask, that we must be driving investments in other minerals as well. The geophysical mapping we're doing, yes, 30% of it, 32% not long ago. Today I've been updated that we are closing into 40%. PS Dr. Kabeta there advised me. So we want to see in the deal rooms here and outside investments going in other minerals as well.
The Tazara Railroad is undergoing modernization under the 1.4 billion United States dollars revitalization deal between Zambia, Tanzania, and China. Now, this improves export routes for copper, partnerships, and financial support. In a Thursday meeting at State House, the president met Africa Development Bank President Dr. Sidi Ould Tah. Dr. Tah commended Zambia's 92 reforms in 4 years and outlined AFDB support under the 2024-2029 country strategy.
I would like also to congratulate Your Excellency and the Zambian people for the progress made over the past 4 years. And it is really impressive to see the number of reforms, 92 reforms, which are really very impressive by all means. And also the economic performance, the macroeconomics indicators have really been impressive over the past 4 years, in spite of COVID, in spite of Ukraine, in spite of the drought. So the country has been doing extremely well.
Now, government.
A tragic incident has shocked residents of Sinda district in Eastern Province, where a 21-year-old man has taken his own life out of fear of facing elders after impregnating a girl. The deceased, identified as Oswald Banda of Njati village in Chief Nyanja's area, is said to have consumed maize preservative tablets on Wednesday morning. According to eyewitnesses, Banda was discovered in the bush by a community member, Henry Piri, who found him vomiting. With the help of other villagers, Mr. Piri rushed Banda to Nyamutuma Clinic, but he unfortunately died while receiving treatment. Authorities say no physical injuries were found on the body, and the family has been advised to bury him while marking the grave for possible future investigations. The tragic incident has left the community in deep sorrow, with many calls for increased counseling and awareness among the youth on handling such issues, such social pressures. The Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, has deployed 47 voter education facilitators in Lusaka to educate over 1.1 million residents ahead of the mass voter registration exercise starting on 13th October. District Publicity Voter Education Coordinator Ms. Namakau Pumulo has urged the facilitators to uphold high ethical standards and work closely with community leaders to encourage voter participation.
The Electoral Commission of Zambia, through the Office of the District Registration Officer, Engineer Liftrin Ndaba, has deployed 47 voter education facilitators in Lusaka district to sensitize and educate 1.1 million people across the city's 7 constituencies on issues around voter registration. The deployment, which was done yesterday at the Civic Center, comes ahead of the mass voter registration exercise scheduled for commencement on Monday, 13th October 2025. With the ECZ having set a national target of registering over 3.5 million voters, we wish to urge our VEFs in Lusaka to maintain high ethical standards and uphold the values and principles of the Electoral Commission of Zambia, as stressed, of course, during their training. I wish to also urge our VEFs to call upon the Office of the District Registration Officer for Lusaka, who remains open for guidance and, of course, support. Further, the ambitious target that has been set by the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, is achievable if our VEFs effectively explain the importance of the voter registration exercise to all eligible citizens across our district. I therefore wish our VEF success in this process and encourage them to collaborate with various stakeholders in their wards, who of course include civil society organizations and the church, who remain critical in terms of mobilizing people in these wards. Thank you.
Ministry of Education signs MOU with Trikatane EV-CDT Group Germany to boost educational transformation. The Ministry of Education has signed a Memorandum of Understanding MOU with Trikatane EV-CDT Group Germany, marking a strategic partnership aimed at advancing educational transformation and strengthening Zambia's education system through international collaboration. Speaking at the signing ceremony held at the ministry's headquarters in Lusaka, Permanent Secretary for Education Services, Dr. Kelvin Mambwe, emphasized that the education is a cornerstone of national development and social progress. He said the MOU will promote cooperation in areas such as digital training, knowledge exchange, and skills enhancement, aligning with Zambia's educational transformation agenda under the New Dawn government. This agreement is a practical commitment to President Hakainde Hichilema's vision of investing in Zambia's greatest resource, its people, Dr. Mambwe said, assuring that the ministry will provide full policy and technical support for successful implementation. He added that the partnership will deliver measurable results, including improved learning quality, expanded access to education, and enhanced skills for both teachers and learners. Representing Trikatane EV CDT Group Germany, Ms. Maria Branchetti expressed optimism about the collaboration, describing it as a step forward in empowering Zambians through German expertise in educational digital training and social development. The partnership marks a significant milestone in Zambia's efforts to forge global collaborations aimed at enhancing educational access, relevance, and innovation, and timely building a more empowered, resilient generation of learners. Man flees after allegedly defiling 11-year-old sister-in-law in Chama. Police in Chama district of Eastern Province have launched a manhunt for a man who allegedly defiled his 11-year-old sister-in-law, a grade 4 pupil. Eastern Province Police Commissioner Robertson Mwimba has confirmed the incident, saying it happened on Thursday, 9th October, around 23 hours, in Bangwe village of Chief Kabombo's area. According to police, the suspect, identified as Daniel Kaluwa, is believed to have entered the victim's house while she was sleeping alone. The victim later woke up to find him on top of her. Mr. Mwimba says the girl attempted to scream for help but was threatened with death if she continued shouting. Moments later, the suspect's wife, who is also the victim's elder sister, heard voices from the house and rushed to check, only to find her husband dressing up while the young girl cried. The suspect fled the scene, leaving behind his t-shirt. The victim was taken to Mwalala Rural Health Center, where medical findings confirmed the allegations. Mr. Mwimba said police have since opened a docket and a manhunt is underway to apprehend the suspect. We are now taking our first break. Please stay tuned with us for more news after the local stories. police officer fatally shot by fellow officers in Chiwangandu. A tragic incident has occurred in Chiwangandu district where a police officer who was accidentally shot and killed by a fellow officer in what authorities believe to be a case of mistaken identity. The shooting happened at 21:50 hours last night in the Chiwangandu Central Business District and was reported to police around 23:30 hours. According to police reports, the victim, Detective Constable Raymond Mubita, has been assigned to guard examination papers at Kalantatekwe Primary School when he was mistakenly shot by Constable Ngandu, also of Chiwangandu Police Station. Police say Constable Ngandu, together with Constable Sianda and Mwansa, had responded to report of a suspected break-in behind a shop in the area. While moving in the dark, the officers reportedly heard a firearm being cocked, and from another direction, unaware that Detective Mubita was also responding to the same report from a different route, Constable Ngandu opened fire, fatally shooting him. The deceased died on the spot from gunshot wounds. Police officers later secured the scene and firearm involved. The body had been taken to Chinsali General Hospital mortuary for postmortem, while investigations into the incident have been launched. Zambia Air Force partners with Lusaka Press Club to strengthen media collaboration. The Zambia Air Force ZAF has announced a partnership with the Lusaka Press Club to enhance media collaboration and capacity building. Air Force Commander Lieutenant General Oscar Msitu Nyoni welcomes the initiative during a courtesy call by the club at the ZAF headquarters, highlighting the importance of a free and empowered press in a democratic society. Lieutenant General Nyoni assured the club that the Air Force would support its activities and help strengthen its capacity to operate more effectively across Lusaka, while ensuring that information is delivered fairly and truthfully to the public. Speaking during the meeting, LPC President Edward Roy Mackay outlined the club's goal of increasing media independence and sustainability, allowing journalists to focus on their duties without pressure. The meeting marks a significant step in fostering a positive working relationship between the Zambia Air Force and the Lusaka Press Club, benefiting both the military, the media, and the Zambian public. Zambia police nabbed 2 suspects in online fraud crackdown. The Zambia Police Services Cybersecurity Task Force has made a significant breakthrough in combating identity-related crimes, online fraud. 2 suspects, Kennedy Chama, 27, and David Kautu Zulu, were apprehended in separate districts for allegedly creating a fake Facebook page and WhatsApp channel to sell non-existent mobile phones under the name Mobile City Phones Paradise.
The Zambia Police Service, through the Cybersecurity Task Force, has continued to make strides in combating identity-related crimes and fraud cases perpetrated through online platforms. On the 18th of September 2025, around 08 hours, the task force received a request for technical support through the Zambia Information and Communications Technology Authority, ZICTA, complaints management system from Mobile City Phones Paradise Zambia. The request was to assist in tracking and apprehending individuals who had created a fake Facebook page and WhatsApp channel under the name Mobile City Phones Paradise, through which unsuspecting members of the public were defrauded after being lured into purchasing non-existent mobile phones. The offenses are believed to have occurred between 1st June 2023 and 9th October 2025 at unknown times. Following advanced intelligence-led investigations, the Cybersecurity Task Force identified and tracked down 2 suspects in different parts of the country, namely in the Kazembe district in Wapula province and Sananga district in Western province. A team of officers was dispatched to execute the operation. As a result, 2 suspects were apprehended, namely Kennedy Chama, 87 years, of Chansongwe village in Kazembe district, and David Kautu Zulu of Mwanambili West in Senanga district. The team also recovered a Techno Sparkphone 90 containing the WhatsApp channel for Mobile City Phones Paradise, which was recovered from Kennedy Chama, and a Techno Spark 20 Pro cell phone containing the Facebook page Mobile City Phones Paradise, recovered from David Kautu Zulu. The recovered items have been seized under Section 121 of the Criminal Procedure Code, Chapter 88 of the Laws of Zambia. Both suspects are detained at Lusaka Central Police Station and will be charged and arrested accordingly. The Zambia Police Service reiterates its commitment to protecting the public from cyber-enabled fraud and related crimes. We wish to sternly warn perpetrators that no matter where they hide, we shall continue to pursue them until they are brought to justice and held accountable for their criminal activities. Members of the public are further advised to exercise caution when transacting online and always verify the authenticity of social media pages and business accounts before making any payments. Thank you.
You're still watching Icu TV Main News. We take a short break, and coming up next is international and sports news. Stay tuned.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time and distance programs in the School of Engineering, Humanities, Business and Education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
In international news, at least 60 people have been killed in a drone strike on a displacement shelter in El Fasher, a besieged city in Sudan. According to El Fasher Resistance Committee, paramilitary rapid support forces struck the Dar Akram camp located within a university, using 2 drone strikes and 8 artillery shells. The group said children, women, and the elderly were among the killed, with many victims burned beyond recognition. El Fasher has been surrounded by the RSF for the past 17 months as the paramilitary group attempts to seize control of the Sudanese army's last stronghold in the Darfur region. The situation has been described as beyond disaster and genocide, with residents facing hunger, disease, and constant bombardment, while food and medical supplies dwindle. Sudan has been ravaged by conflict since 2023 after a fallout between the RSF and the Sudanese army, triggering a devastating power struggle and one of the world's worst humanitarian crises. Still in international news, Trump threatens additional 100% tariffs on China amid trade tensions. U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened to impose an additional 100% tariff on imports from China starting next month. In a post on social media, Trump said the U.S. would place export controls on critical software in response to Beijing's recent move to tighten rules on the rare earth exports. He accused China of becoming very hostile and attempting to hold the world captive. Trump further suggested he might pull out of a meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping, but later clarified that he had not cancelled it and said he would attend the meeting regardless. Financial markets reacted sharply to the announcement. The S&P 500 fell 2.7%, making its steepest decline since April. China donates the production of rare earths and other key materials which are essential for smartphones, cars, and other technology products. Earlier this year, Beijing export controls caused U.S. companies, including Ford, to temporarily close production. In addition, China has launched a monopoly investigation into the U.S. tech firm Qualcomm, which could delay in acquisition of another chip maker. We take a short break. Stay tuned for sports news.
Welcome to the Zambia Research and Development Center, an institution dedicated to national development through capacity building and community development. Established in 2007 by a group of professionals and lecturers, ZRDC has since become a hub of research and innovation in the country. Registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Registrar of Societies, ZRDC pursues cutting-edge research to address pressing social and economic challenges. Get involved. ZRDC engages in activities that stimulate international collaboration, promote knowledge sharing, and make research expertise available to decision makers. Our mission at ZRDC is to foster innovation and capacity building for national development. We believe in addressing poverty and underdevelopment through institutional and capacity building, human empowerment, and gender participation. In our quest to foster innovation and capacity building for national development, ZRDC launched the ZRDC University Sponsorship for Capacity Building and Development Program to facilitate knowledge advancement among ZRDC researchers and those intending to join the research community. Qualified Zambian citizens can pursue education at credible universities in Zambia with guaranteed prospects of joining the ZRDC research community. ZRDC engages in industrial and technological research, covering research development and innovative investigations to drive dynamic industrial development at national and regional levels. Join us at the Zambia Research and Development Center as we continue to innovate, empower, and shape a brighter future for Zambia. ZRDC, fostering innovation and capacity building for national development.
Welcome back, and now in sports news. Chipolopolo coach Avram Grant has urged Zambia to end their FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign on a high as they face Niger in the final Group E fixture at Levi Mwanawasa Stadium in Dola this Sunday. Grant has described the match as a crucial step in building a consistent and competitive national team, noting that a win would secure second place in the group and boost confidence ahead of the upcoming Africa Cup of Nations. Midfielder Emmanuel Banda has urged fans to come in numbers and support the team as they aim to finish the qualifiers on a strong note. Meanwhile, Niger's assistant coach Zakarau Ibrahim has expressed confidence in the team's ability to challenge Zambia, with captain Hussein Adamau saying they are determined to finish strong in the qualifiers. With both sides eyeing second place in Group E, Sunday's match promises high intensity and drama, with fans expecting a strong Chipolopolo performance on home soil. That sports item brings us to the end of the main news, but before we go, a quick recap of the stories making headlines. Zambian Kwacha hits 2 years as the highest, strongest performing Africa currency. Sinda youth take on life over pregnancy fear. ECZ deploy voter education facilitators in Lusaka ahead of registration. In international news, at least 60 killed in drone strike in besieged Sudanese city. In sports news, Grand eyes strong finish as Chipolopolo targets second place against Niger. Thank you so much for watching. For more news updates, stay glued on our Facebook page, Icu TV, and our website, icutvzm.com.